Man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend and injuring 3 others in an Albuquerque shooting is still at large this morning.
And the massive manhunt for him is now a top priority for many law enforcement agencies in and around New Mexico. The search is for this man, Marcos Delgado. It all began after police say he opened fire on Friday, killing his ex-girlfriend Ana Vigil in a fit of jealous rage. On Saturday, police say they found the black Dodge Charger they thought Delgado was driving. It is the same car Police Chief Gordon Eden says Delgado used to ram his ex-girlfriend's car before shooting and killing her. 3 other women were also shot. One is out of the hospital this morning. The other 2 are stable.
One of the reasons we involved so many agencies right away is that in the event he did flee the state of New Mexico, that we would have the involvement of both the United States Marshal Service, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and Homeland Security investigations.
Now, we found out Delgado, he was no stranger to breaking the law. He's been arrested in the past for drugs, resisting arrest, and domestic violence. Police are asking Delgado to please turn himself in. If you see him, police say do not approach him and call them right away. And this morning, we have a video from a surveillance camera and a dash cam that shows a glimpse of what happened on Friday. Take a look. This is dash cam video from a driver who says he was leaving work when a car almost plowed into him. As the driver turns left onto Candelaria near Vassar, there's a black car that speeds past him right there. Now, this happened just after 12:20. Now, this is the time that witnesses say they heard gunshots.
I was outside having a smoke, and right at 12:20, I know the exact time because I looked at my watch when I heard the shots. I was 99% sure it was gunfire.
I heard about 15 gunshots, and then I saw a black car speed off.
And take a look at this surveillance video. It's from a business nearby, captured a black car going north on Vassar, then speeding back toward Candelaria. Make sure you stay with KRQE News 13 for full coverage of this shooting and the search for Marcos Delgado. We'll keep you updated on air and anytime online at krqe.com.
Today, we could learn more about a deadly shooting at a smoke shop in northeast Albuquerque. It happened around Sunday afternoon at the Oasis Smoke Shop and Hookah Lounge near Manal in Wyoming. Police got a call about a robbery in progress. Once on scene, they found one man dead. They are still not saying how he died or who he was, but sources tell us he was the robber and that the clerk shot the one who was killed. 2 people were taken in for questioning but have since been released. Police tell News 13 that they will be releasing the identity of the person who was shot and killed sometime today. A 17-year-old is in the hospital after being shot by Sandoval County Sheriff deputies. It happened Thursday night in Algodones. Deputies were responding to a 911 call about someone walking down the road with a rifle. Witnesses say they heard deputies telling the teen to drop his gun. Not long after that, gunshots were heard. No deputies or bystanders were hurt. The New Mexico State Police is investigating the shooting. The deputy's name has not been released, but the sheriff says that he's been with the department for 2 years and has never been involved in a shooting before.
Well, a man who says he was beaten by a correctional officer while in jail is now planning to sue. According to the Farmington Daily Times, surveillance video here from July shows former officer John Robbins slamming Crandall Martin's head into a brick wall at the San Juan County Jail. Martin was being booked for a probation violation at the time. The corrections officer was charged with aggravated battery and later quit his job. A police report says Martin looked like he was drunk in the video, and Martin admits he was mouthing off to the officer. The officer later told investigators he, quote, lost control during the incident. And a young man in Texas is still grieving this morning after his family was killed in a horrible crash here in New Mexico. Corey Dixon says he talked with his mother just minutes before the crash that killed his family. They were involved in a head-on crash that happened about 20 miles south of Bloomfield Friday night. State police say Brian Lee was driving a truck when he became drowsy and crossed the center line. Lee crashed head-on into a van, killing Michael Miller, his wife there, and their 2 children. Police have not said if Lee will face any charges.
Convicted drunk drivers in Santa Fe County will be subject to random drug and alcohol testing starting today. Drivers convicted of their first, second, or third DWI will need to call in to the courts every morning to determine if they are required to submit a sample for that day. The courts will be notified of any violation, and offenders could face more sanctions. The program costs $14,000 and is funded by the New Mexico liquor excise tax. Well, a New Mexico town has been ordered to remove a religious monument at their city hall.
That's because a federal judge has ruled the Ten Commandments monument is a violation of the First Amendment. The American Civil Liberties Union filed a lawsuit against the city of Bloomfield back in 2012 after a group of Wiccans complained about it. The monument was put on the lawn of Bloomfield City Hall a year before that in 2011. The city argued the Ten Commandments are part of history, but the ACLU disagrees. After a 2-year court battle, a judge says the monument must go.
We believe that it is very important to make sure that the government stays out of religion to protect what the framers were trying to accomplish, which is that government should not sponsor any one religion.
The city of Bloomfield now has 30 days to appeal the judge's decision. Bloomfield's mayor tells us the court's decision is disappointing and that the city council will decide whether to appeal. An unusual situation has come up in downtown Albuquerque, this at the future home of Innovate ABQ.
Yeah, it turns out the First Baptist Church that was recently purchased for the project was actually the home of a volunteer security guard. And for the past few years, Sonny Hodge has watched over First Baptist Church on the corner of Broadway and Central. He kept potential vandals and squatters from making the property a haven for crime. UNM bought the church last month to make it the future site of Innovate ABQ, a project that's supposed to help revitalize downtown, meaning Hodge was left without a home. Now, he suffered a brain injury several years ago, limiting his ability to work. Hodge has been staying with the director of Noonday Ministries for the past few weeks.
Danny said he would take care of me until we got the new Noonday built, and then I would stay there.
The goal now is to get Hodge a used travel trailer to live in so he can continue to keep an eye on the church. Now, if you would like to help out, we have set up a link on our website to give you more information on the Sonny project. Just go to krqe.com, click on links.